Hi everybody, I am Casey and I have been going by Casey Knight my whole life, and in the summer solstice, just this year, 2019, received a title that was for my new expanding business, more visible on the stage of the world with movement and teaching, but also other things I wanted to do, reach more people with the energy that I embody and the light codes and frequencies that I can offer the world. So the title came through as Master of Light, and I felt a little weird about it because that's a bold thing to claim. But in my multidimensional aspects, I serve on a council of light. I do this thing when I'm not embodied, and I saw it in a Life Between Lives hypnotherapy session where I was moving around giant swaths of light that looked kind of like nebulas. It was just big, ginormous planet or larger size energy that I was just moving through that had all of this rainbow energy. That was my job, or one of the things I did when I'm not incarnate, and I don't fully understand what it is I'm doing yet, but I've had that come through a few times and through different people. So I have always identified as the light, and I know that's what I'm here to express is the light, and it's a rainbow frequency of energy. I am not just one color. I have also been always interested in all of the awesome, all of the colors of the rainbow, and the full life experience and spectrum that is all of creation. So I never want to have to choose. And also that's come through very strongly for me, that all of the awesome is appropriate for me. It's okay for me to want to do all of the things, or at least all of the things that I love. So I have done so much movement facilitating over the last 7 or so years with my company Dancing into Being, and I have moved through lots of different expressions of that with hula hooping and other circus arts, movement meditation. I am an ecstatic dance facilitator, and I work with the elemental forces of creation, and I just love facilitating energy to move through people so they can express who they really are. And what I have been doing over the last few months or so is being called to step up in a grander scale to support people to connect to who they really are, not who they think they should be or even who they were, but multi-dimensional truth-seeking stars of expression from source consciousness who are here to light up the planet and to learn and to grow. My work is to support you as you go through all of these expansions and tap into more of who you really are, which is so much more than just who you are right here, right now. You, as a fractal of source consciousness, have been in so many places and done so many things on so many levels, in bodies, on different lives on Earth, on different planets, in different galaxies. You've been stars, and you've been rocks, and you've been disembodied floating entities. You've been so many things because you are connected to everything that is, and you're having an experience of this everything that is. And on Earth, the experience that's happening right now is us starting to notice that we are more than just this. For a long time, the veils have been in place to keep most people unaware. Inklings, of course, have always been there, and there have been a lot of people like myself who come in with more awareness and more memory of where we've been, who we really are, where we're going, all of that. But now we're coming in droves, people who have this connection to their multidimensional self already, and also more and more people are awakening to this more magical reality. And I am wanting to be of support to as many people as I can through this awakening process. So as I step into greater visibility, I want to be able to serve people in a way that is the expressance of my essence and who I really am as well. So this body, Casey Knight, has been here for 36 years. I got that name on my birthday from my dad, and it's always been lovely, but it didn't feel like everything I was. So when someone had a bit of stickiness around the tagline for my business Facebook page, Casey Knight, Master of Light, because of some ancestral trauma and wounding around slavery, master being a word that just sends them to thinking of that, I wasn't meaning it like that, of course. It is about personal mastery of an element, like having a master's degree. And that's just the energy that came through for me. It was a download, and I was afraid because I knew people wouldn't all see it the same way, but I wasn't sure where that stickiness would be. I was kind of feeling from past life energy of shining my light too bright, like people would be like, how dare you, you're not a master of that. I had lots of reflections of people going like, well, of course, yeah, you do that. You know how to work with light energy. You're very good at that. So I was like, okay, that's not it. And then I had that reflection from someone that it was connected to that icky downside feelings of trauma from what has transpired, which has been so, so everything to so many people who have ancestry and family that were slaves, that were affected by slavery. So everyone, and that could be not just from African Americans, but also people who've been slaves, who still are slaves to this day. There are sex slaves, there are people working as indentured slaves. In my family as well, we had people who were indentured servants, going not that far back to like my grandfather, great-grandfather, pardon me, not my grandfather, my great-grandfather and some in his family. So I am very sensitive to wanting everyone to see who I am and not be triggered by like icky downside associations with a word that has multiple meanings. So I thought I would look for something even better. And I thought of a lot of different things, and there were lots of great ideas, but nothing really felt like me. And I was just waiting, something even better. And then I saw that someone that I've worked with previously, Grace Solaris, has a name reading channeling available. So I reached out to her and asked her to channel a name. I explained why, not why, but just that the Master of Light wasn't sitting quite right, and I was looking for something even better. And I was assuming it was kind of going to be a title. And when I received her recording, I was anticipating, I was a little nervous. What if I don't like it? Oh my God, it might be something horrible, and then I have to figure out if I'm going to embody something that I don't want to embody or anything like that. And of course, this was all taking place in just a second in my brain. I don't hang out in the ickiness. I wasn't nervous about it for long. I knew on the soul level that it was the right thing to do and that it was very exciting. So when she offered me this channeling, it was the frequency that wanted to come through this soul light embodiment aspect of the goddess Aurora. And she explained this connection that I have to her as the bringer of light. And I was like, oh yeah, exactly. That I know that's why I'm here. I know that is who I am. And I know that I work with the rainbow frequencies and multi-spectrum of reality. And I've always been someone who's super connected to all of the different rainbow. So Aurora Light is what came to me, the light part. And she said the Aurora, and I was like, I love that. I would like this to be my stage name, my writing name, my teaching name, maybe even my name that everyone calls me by someday as I embody these frequencies and step even more fully into who I really am. This is my favorite shirt, if you can see. This has been with me for many years and I've taught in it, and I love the rainbow. My hair even, I laughed when she gave me the name because like you can see it kind of looks like an aurora. And I've loved this hair color more than anything that I've ever had. And I've tried out lots of different things because it feels like really me. So as I step more fully into who I really am, a multidimensional spectrum of all of these different rainbow frequencies, who is a fractal of source consciousness and able to connect to all of the infinite realities, all of the infinite things that we are, I am so excited to bring this new name and this new energy through in the work that I do. So I will be Casey Knight. This is my body and it's great, and Aurora Light. So I will be changing up my business name, changing up a few of the other things I'm doing, and I have a new website in development right now called Aurora Awakening. And I am so excited to be able to offer that energy and embody this frequency for the planet, for all those who may be inspired and resonate and want to work with me. And I will continue to bring videos through to you, and I am really excited. I'll be answering some questions and offering more light language and doing whatever arises, channelings. We've done that from the Pleiadians or whoever wants to come and speak, and I'll do that as Aurora Light from here on out. And if you want to call me Casey or Aurora, I'm fine with either. And I also am doing this so I offer you permission to step into more of who you really are, not just who you were, not just how you were born, how you were raised. It is a full moon as I'm recording this right now, and it is an amazing time to release anything that no longer serves. Be that an identity. I'm not releasing Casey, I'm just embodying this new frequency as well, but great timing for that. It is always available for you to reinvent yourself, to renew yourself, to create more of who you are in how you express yourself in light and in life and in love. So this is my invitation to you, to be more of who you want to be, who you really are, not your aspirational self of, I want to be someone who wakes up at 5 a.m. and eats this like totally 100% clean diet and works out all the time and makes $1 jillion. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about who you really are, who allows themselves to express themselves so vulnerably and authentically without the masks of who we feel safe being. I honor you for all of the masks that you have had, just like I have, to keep myself safe from being seen when it didn't feel safe to me. And if that's where you need to be, please stay safe. But if this is resonating with you at all, there's an invitation for you to take off the masks, to be more vulnerable, and to step into a more full embodiment of who you really are. So you are the universe dressed up as you right now. You are the embodiment of a unique light and sound frequency who is playing in form. You are stardust who is made up of mostly empty space swirling around. All of the atoms within you are just not who you really are. This skin suit, this name, this body, this is not all that you are. You are exactly who you are, which is connected to everything that is. You are all of that and more, to infinity and beyond. And I can't wait to play with you with all of this new permissions that everybody is giving to themselves and around the world to be who they really are. People are now expressing themselves in more and more glorious ways. So please create and express and be more of you today. I am so grateful on this Thanksgiving weekend here in Canada that I am able to share this message with you and step into more permission for me to be who I really am. And with that, I will bid you adieu. Oh, and just say, a reminder for you is that if something's not working, it's just an opportunity to find something even better that will. 1,000 failures just means that you have more experience and more mastery of what doesn't work, so you can find something that will be even better. So you can take that as you will and go through your day. Enjoy being who you really are, and I love you. I will talk to you soon.